United States on Monday ordered 60 Russian diplomats it accuses of being spies to leave the country within 1 week. A number of U.S. allies, including France, Germany, and Poland, are making similar moves in a united response to the March 4th chemical weapons attack on a former Russian double agent and his daughter in Salisbury, Britain. VOA diplomatic correspondent Cindy Sain has more from the State Department.
The attack on Sergei Skripal and his daughter Yulia by means of a Russian military-grade nerve agent has elicited a strong international response. The U.S. expelled 60 Russian diplomats and ordered the closure of the Russian consulate in Seattle. The White House said President Donald Trump still wants to work with Russia, but said its actions sometimes do not allow that to happen.
The poisoning in the UK that has kind of led to today's announcement was a very brazen action. It was a reckless action. It endangered not just 2 individuals who were poisoned, but many civilians, many innocent civilians.
John Huntsman, the U.S. ambassador to Russia, explained the retaliatory move.
The United States takes this action in conjunction with our NATO allies and partners around the world in response to a military-grade chemical weapon attack on the United Kingdom by Russia.
The Russian ambassador to the U.S., Anatoly Antonov, said Moscow was blindsided by the expulsions, saying it went against the constructive telephone conversation between Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin last week. Some analysts said the strong U.S. action was unexpected and could mark a turning point for the Trump administration.
It is a demonstration that we're not going to put up with this kind of Russian behavior any longer, that hiding behind the veil of ambiguity and plausible deniability doesn't work. Russian fingerprints were clearly on this attack, and a stiff response was necessary. I personally think an even tougher response is still justified, including some of the targeted sanctions on the big oligarchs.
Other analysts said the move is a significant show of U.S. solidarity with Britain and sends a signal to Putin.
At least in the U.S.-British solidarity, this should help sustain that good relationship and will perhaps deter Russia from taking similar actions, knowing how tight this alignment is.
The state-run RIA news agency says that Putin will respond by ordering at least 60 staff from U.S. diplomatic missions in Russia to leave the country.